It's tabletop time. Returneth.
I'm Jazza.
I'm Jeremy.
And
I'm Dave.
Rob.
And I summon you back here to watch the other half of our bloody good time.
It is a bloody good time here in the world of witches and wizards.
Hogwash.
And knights and dragons.
Because this
and
is...
Pendragons. Other Pendragons.
Oh, and Merlins.
Merlins.
Who, look, I don't mean to brag, but we go way back. Like, we're good friends.
Friends with Merlin. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, we're bros.
I mean, you're friends with Morgan Le Fay. That's
I made
cool too,
my
Nicholas.
first sword
Liam.
with
Liam. I keep thinking you're Nicholas and you're Liam. Useless.
Just call me Plod.
And you've made a friend in Braith.
Yes. I struggle
the
to
Welsh
say
girl.
Yeah.
I struggle to say anything while I'm trying to be her. It's a fun little school. School.
You sound like my mum.
School.
Did you have to add that
from? Your mum watches this. Hi, Rob's mum.
Hi, Rob's mum. He doesn't mean
sound.
No, she's Liverpudlian, so it's not quite the same, but it's equally as grating.
Equally as grating. I love a good, not realistic Welsh accent.
So do we.
This is the first time I've ever attempted to do a Welsh accent in my life, and I don't even know what Welsh people sound like.
This is when my mum comes back and says, "You actually sound Norwegian or something."
But this is literally in my head. All I've got to go off is I think the main character from Torchwood that I watched 10 years ago was Welsh.
Yeah,
that's the only character reference I have in my head.
Huge thank you to our patrons for making this possible. This is a setting voted on by our patrons. It's very exciting. By the way, and I mentioned halfway through the previous chapter, which you probably saw because we're in part 2, but yeah, we did the character creation as a Patreon exclusive thing where we dive into it for 40 minutes or more, how we came up with our characters and practicing our accents. So yeah, go check them out. Otherwise, it's time to jump into part 2 of our Harry Potter world. What do you do?
I'm summoning. I'm moving them along.
Oh, I see. Yes, everyone.
Wingardium or Samosa.
Cool time, Harry Potterville.
All right.
We've got toy wands. Well, I do.
I need a sword.
This is a wand. What are you talking about? This is very thin.
We have a sword. Should we get the sword?
If you want the sword.
Oh, I kind of do want
I want a sword too. This was once a stick in the forest.
You better be careful. Are we hiding it? Has it been hidden?
Yes.
Oh, the reflections on the...
I just have to hold it on the right angle. It's fine. It's worth it. Trust me.
That's not a right angle. That's like very acute. This is where I get impaled across the screen.
Do you know what? Line up your head. just lean over here for a second. What'd you say? What'd you say, Liam? Your teacher's pet? Your poo head? We have an animosity. Liam
he's
is
not even a teacher's pet. He's an arrogant little shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh. I just had to say.
It's true.
This was worthwhile.
It's such a good character. It's perfect for Harry Potter, where a one-dimensional child bully villain is totally appropriate.
Yeah.
All right.
It's great.
All right.
Rob, why do you always play characters that I hate? So often.
Who else did you hate?
Who else did I hate?
Seb.
I'm not fond of Seb. I like him as a character, but I would think that he's a douche if I actually knew him in real life.
Check out our reboot campaign.
So far I have to say that the best character that any of us has role-played ever, I'm sorry, but it goes to Jazza.
Robbo!
It is my favourite character of anything we've
And he had 5 minutes in the game.
It was just when you said you have no power.
You have no power over me.
But, okay. This could be edited out, but I swear to God.
I feel like it'll stay.
Are you channeling... I was going to say your old town name where you used to live.
Oh.
Yeah,
a little.
totally.
Yeah,
Because
we've all met the person.
Outside that Coles.
Siggy Buttbrain.
No. Oh, Muso?
I don't know his name.
Anyway.
But there's a person there, and that's what he sounds like, and I'm pretty sure I've heard him say that when he got kicked out of Coles.
All right, we digress.
Bit of an Aussie.
Coles, one of them.
All Aussie adventure. There we go. We could have a fun little episode one day of Wizarding World in Australia.
Hey, yeah.
All Aussie adventure.
Well, I know what the Australian...
Mate, I can turn them into
school
flip-flops for you, mate.
You crocodile.
Is the sand a bit hot? I can make those sand dollars into flip-flops.
Who needs to slip, slop, slap when you can swish, swat, swat?
And this big like vat, just like of like sunscreen, this weird tar. Okay, so
We are in medieval
we
Europe.
pick up our journey with our wizards and witches learning at the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, still in its burgeoning days. There are but 12 students in this first class, and they are taught amongst the 4 teachers. Slowly, though, legend is stirring of the great endeavours being undertaken at this school.
I'm keeping track of the house points, by the way. So far, we have -10
No.
to Slytherin.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Zero.
Net zero.
-10.
Zero.
He says 10 points
He
from
earned 10
Slytherin.
points.
Yeah, you got a
He earned
ground to
and
make
lost.
up.
I earned 10 points, and then I lost 10 points.
Oh, did you?
I'm on 0.
Oh, did you
Remember
earn
the
10?
breathing-
Where are you
the
sitting?
breathing challenge?
0.
Yeah.
Oh. They're still
Actually-
building the point system.
What houses are you in?
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Ravenclaw.
Hufflepuff.
Where's the green dice?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you? Griffin.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. And you can. I'm Gryffindor, and you can just be Hufflepuff. Can be blue. Everyone roll the dice.
All right. House point roll.
House point roll.
14.
So 140. So 140
Yes!
for Ravenclaw.
Haha.
Slytherin is 120, tied with Gryffindor at 120, and 60 points for Hufflepuff, who have been spending too much of their time aiding the other students and not excelling academically.
What was Hufflepuff
Yeah.
again?
60.
Okay, cool. It's good. This is important. This will come.
Yeah, I should have done. Now it's mid-year. That's why we've done that mid-year.
Cool.
Makes sense.
I like it. Cool.
Because there's obviously other students, and you've been going to many classes.
All right.
So the race is on, but Ravenclaw is winning.
Are you gonna
And
give
I
us
have a
chance
sword.
to-
So even though Liam's the
Oh
obnoxious
yeah,
poop head,
and Dumbledore isn't in charge now.
Who's really winning, Liam? Who's really winning? Oh, he looks. Oh, you all right, Liam? You gonna be all right? You got a sword. Wipe that little sad look off your face.
You're going to enjoy going home to your family that think you're a wizard. Try and drown you in a lake. You're still going to love your dad there when he ties a rock to your ankles.
Oh my
He's got a point.
god!
Plod along.
I love it so much.
It's all right because Marley, who's one of the Ravenclaw students, has earned like half your combined points out of the 3 of you. She's a bit of a prodigy. But anyway, moving on. So
Who is Molly?
Molly's just a student in one of your
Okay.
3 Ravenclaws. She's just a rather tall for her age girl, one of those girls who sort of developed a bit faster than the rest, so she's kind of like a foot taller than all the other students, and she's quite quiet, and she just sits back and doesn't say much, but learns and
Little
studies.
11-year-old Nicholas says to Wiley, Molly's got legs for days.
And it's
Look
that,
quiet, giant.
it's that like she's just quiet, and then sometimes it's just the hand goes bolt upright, and then she's just like the exact answer of what
Yeah.
they need. They're like 5 points to Ravenclaw. She's the archetypal, very bookwormy, smart.
Cool.
But no one picks on her because she's like bigger than ever. Just just like
But
shoving
you're just
into
shout in her ear. You can hear an echo. There's a lot in there, but there's a lot of space, but there's nothing in there. Get it?
The
get it.
problem is I was trying to think of retorts, but
she's
Nicholas
from-
is a
thing
bit
is, though,
slow.
It's
so-
like Liam's got a few people to pick on, but Molly's probably not one of them because she's from a prestigious wizarding.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah, she's a
Looking good,
quiet
Molly.
but very studious. And also, wizarding aside, she's got the temperament that you're quite sure that if you picked on her, she would punch you in the face, but not like with any aggression, just kind of like, and you just like complete rationality, like I will remove you from my presence with this fist.
Who's the third person? So there's Bryeth.
I haven't named one. There's room, so we're going to leave room to grow.
Yeah.
In case we do more years, we've then got room to add students and
like
patron characters, for
Cool.
example.
I like more years.
Imagine how much of a dick I'm going to be when there's first years I get to bully.
You haven't fun,
Just
aren't you?
wait till Liam goes through puberty. Oh my god.
He's already big for his size. You're like, screw the wand. Punch you in the face.
Love it.
Okay,
That's
so
when you lose your finger.
Oh, has Quidditch been invented?
no,
I feel like it wouldn't have.
Have we ridden broomsticks yet?
no, you're not even being taught flying. You're only first years. But our next class, it's like a month later. You have been invited to the Herbology class, the greenhouse. And Helga Hufflepuff informs you all that there has been a potential new discovery that she's spotted out in the dark woods. And it's still a realm of magic and there's a lot of discoveries to be made. But she would like to take you all to harvest a sample of this mythical plant that seems to be one of a kind, or at least extremely rare, so that you can take that sample back and study it in herbology. So you all head out towards the dark woods. It is a dreary winter's day. Summer's day. Mid-year. Northern Hemisphere.
They go home for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
It's winter.
Winter.
Is that the end of their school
No,
year?
it's
though?
mid-year.
Mid-year.
No, that's their mid-year.
Yeah, so it's winter.
Oh, their school year starts.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
says
So
winter.
mid-year, it's winter. It's a dreary winter's day, and we don't yet... Actually, we're going to go home for Christmas after this.
Okay.
This is just before the Christmas break.
Ooh.
And you're being taken in. Actually, I'm going to change my mind. It's just after winter's break.
So we've...
We'll go back. We'll do a little... Fuck, it doesn't matter. It's before winter's break. I'm like, it doesn't make sense, but it's a magical plant. I'm like, it's got a flower.
Cool.
It's blooming, but why would it bloom before winter? But it's a magical plant. It doesn't matter. Okay,
Doesn't
so
matter.
moving on. You're heading down into the dark forest.
Wait, there's something a narrator doesn't know about this comprehensive world that you've put
that
us
I
in?
didn't write. Look, if I did write it, I think it would be a little less chance.
You should know about when plants grow in the Northern Hemisphere just before Christmas. No, you
You're
did
right.
great.
But sponsored for a magical world.
You, and
a special
on your way down there into the dark woods, she says that you must harvest a non-blooming flower from the plant. We can't have a blooming one. Must be sealed. You head down to a secluded grove. Flittering motes of magical light sparkle around this grove. There is a pond, almost silvered surface of a pond, and you swear you spot the flitting of a sprite with its little wings before it darts out of sight. There is this massive, entwined vine-like structure, almost like a passion fruit vines, like vines everywhere, completely surrounding the grove and growing into it with lily pads, giant lily pads, at least a meter across and thick, floating across on the top of the pond. But it also stretches up across the canopies of the tree. So overall, it's like about 30 meters high in this big grove, almost like an egg, like you're inside an egg, but there's an entrance. But it's all thick vines. There are big blooming flowers, and the magical little motes are floating out of the flowers all over. And right in the center, across from you, is one flower that has not bloomed, right on the far side, across the pond, across the lily pads.
Kylie Infinitus. I'll make a bubble on my head.
Okay.
The water's going to be quite cold at this time.
Make a bubble
pops on your head.
Like, I've done it once, I can do it again. Keep an eye on that bastard. I look over my shoulder, trying to not get Liam's attention, because anyway, I just try and surreptitiously just like slide into the water.
So you're walking ahead? Yeah. You're all... Oh, well, are you trying to distract him? What's the go?
Yeah, can I, like...
Won't be obvious at all. Go on.
Oh, he's already slipped into the
No,
water,
he's
hasn't he?
heading in that
Oh, he's
direction.
heading in that direction. Okay.
He just said,
Well,
"Just don't let Liam mess with me," basically.
Yeah.
so I'm... Are there many people around me? Will
There's
it be obvious?
all of them.
Will it be obvious if I try and cast a spell? Can I try?
You can always try and be sneaky with a bit of sleight of hand.
Well, I'm gonna transform. What are the things floating in the air?
In the little just specks of light, like fireflies, but they're like blue magical energy.
Okay. Can I try and transform one into like a little floating thing that I can jump onto or something?
It's probably a little speck is a bit small.
Oh, okay.
Go
so-
lily pad. Make it a hoverboard.
yeah, can I make a lily pad a hoverboard?
Like hover in the air. Well, there's a spell for that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
Do it subtly though, like people will notice if you do that.
Yeah, well, I'm distracting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's
I'm
the
gonna-
incantation to make something levitate?
I kind of got that one. Yeah. Wingardium Leviosa.
Make a check. It's a fairly large object for your skill level, so I'm going to say it's challenge level 3.
Go, Wiley.
2 successes.
come
I'm
on,
going to
you
use
can-
Destiny point.
3 successes. The lily pad wavers with the surface tension of the water holding it back, but then boom, floats up and just starts levitating in the air
And I do
at the sort of as you're controlling it with your wand.
Oh, do I have to...
You have to be constantly
Can
maintaining
I-
the spell.
Go on.
I do like these props. It's completely pointless.
It does.
Makes me feel better.
It matters. It really matters.
Do I have to be stationary?
No, you can walk while doing it. You just
Okay.
have to concentrate on doing it.
All right, I'm going to walk over to it. Good. And I'm going to try and get on it.
Okay.
Wow.
Make a acrobatics check.
I love
Challenge
this so
level 2.
much.
Acrobatics?
What's Liam
What are you
doing?
doing? I'm like, I look over and I see
What's
that
Liam
face. I'm like,
doing?
oh no.
I'm chatting up Morgan, but I do see him doing his thing, I'm going to say.
You managed to clamber onto this levitating thing while still keeping it levitating. I would like you to make a destiny roll, Rob.
Sorry.
11.
Morgan's still completely indifferent to you
That's fine.
in any kind of...
That's fine.
You're a bit smitten with her, aren't you?
No, I think I'm just trying to gravitate around the people that I think are worthy of my
You've
time.
definitely, after half a year, there's a clique.
Yeah.
It's you, Morgan, and the other Slytherin, the third Slytherin. Wait. Because Morgan's Gryffindor.
And
The third,
Merrick's
so the 2 Slytherins and Morgans are like the little
Yeah.
Draco Malfoy gang, basically. But with only 12 students, it's a lot more of a
Force.
Yeah, Merlin is very respected but not popular. But given that it's
like-
you 2 and Merlin, and then the 6 kids kind of gravitate.
One way or
The
the other.
Ravenclaws and Hufflepuffs kind of keep to themselves, but it's like they're the mob mentality. So it's definitely like the underdog 3, and then like the rulers of the roost, and then the other 3 generally side with Morgan's gang. But if one of them something bad happens, they will like turn and laugh at them too. They're kind of indifferent, but yeah,
Cool.
that's the lay of the land.
I like it.
Right, so is Wiley successfully floating across
Yes,
the lakes?
yes.
Hey, I think Wiley could
you're
use
at
a
the point
bath.
of now sneaking. into
I'm
the water.
sneaking.
Make a
into the
stealth check.
water. Yeah.
So he's floating on top of the lake.
He's floating on top of the lily pad.
On the lake.
first
Challenge
one
level.
towards the lake.
Okay.
Yep. Challenge level is equal to their perception rolls.
Oh,
It's
okay.
contested.
Well, that's going to suck. 2. I used...
We'll talk about that.
Okay, that was 2.
Make a perception check.
Blech.
2.
You win.
Oh, do I? Yes!
You don't. Actually, the perceiver wins, but I've reversed it
Yeah,
for my
no,
games.
cool.
Because I
I'm
think in
okay
case of
with
the
that.
tie, the stealther
I
should
thought I
win.
was distracting him as well. So
Yeah,
is that
probably
like
should have
an
given him some kind of
advantage?
disadvantage,
Yeah.
but it's fine. He wins. He sneaks and you don't notice.
Can I start trying to move forward? Is that
With the
thing?
levitation spell?
Yeah, like,
okay, I'm going to... Where are you
use a bit of
attempting to
momentum.
hover along towards the flower on the other side?
Yeah, my thought was when I was jumping onto it, I'd create a bit of momentum.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you
In-
to
in the
maintain a
direction.
challenge level 2 spellcasting check again to see if you can control the spell. And is Liam doing anything? You
Hey,
still controlling the
success.
spell.
Morgan, do you think Wiley could use a bath?
Well, he is a bit filthy, isn't he?
How far out is he?
He's like 5
Taking
foot.
one for the team.
If he drops right now, is he going to get covered head to toe?
Yeah.
We need to incantate him.
What does that do?
It's a...
You told me earlier, it's the one that ceases people using magic. It's a counterspell.
Okay. Make a counterspell check, and you need to beat his original casting roll. He got 3 successes. You do not.
I'm going to beat it.
Yeah, you...
You want to use a destiny roll, you
I wanna use
troublemaker. No, do it. Go on, do it.
I used one.
It'll be satisfying for everyone later when Liam's
Yeah, fuck
in
it.
trouble.
Fuck it. I'm going to burn
and
both
can't
of
do
them. Can I
anything
do
about
that?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And there's a...
Sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
And your spell...
I'm sorry, Wiley.
Your spell completely just ceases to function, and you know it's a spell that's been cast upon you, and the lily pad splashes down in the water,
Liam's
and you
like,
get soaked.
I know it's my
But I'm
destiny to
still
do this.
Technically, like afloat.
It collapses,
but
like
I'm
folds
drenched.
inwards, and you
Yeah.
fall into the water, and you basically have to crawl out
Oh,
the
sorry.
river's bank, and
Does
you're
it disturb Bubblehead at all? Does it disturb Bubblehead at all?
probably...
Destiny.
No, not really. It's just split. You've got a
We did
magical
divide,
force bubble
yeah.
over your
Yeah.
head, but you're now swimming underwater towards the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Merlin says, "Are you all right?"
Oh yes.
It was that bloody Liam again.
Of course. karma will get him.
Well, I mean, maybe we could. Should we fight back?
Is this Molly?
Maybe.
No, this is Merlin.
Okay, good.
What do you have in mind?
Well, there's a charm that I learned recently. No, it's too dangerous. Yeah. Never mind. I'll let... So who's going to go and get this thing? I'm certainly not going to get as wet as Wiley.
I come up on the other side of the water
Oh, you're still
no?
swimming across.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to get you to make a swim check.
Okay. All right.
Anyone?
Swim check now.
Yeah.
What's
Challenge level 1.
Helena Hufflepuff?
She's just watching.
Okay.
This is part of the learning, is seeing how you do everything.
Challenge level what? Sorry.
Challenge level 1.
I pass. Okay, I didn't say that.
You're about halfway across. You're making your way across because it's a big pond. It's not like a little thing.
Yeah.
Anyone doing anything, or is everyone just standing at the bank now?
Liam, I think maybe you should show us how it's done, since you seem to be the man to show people how things are done.
Oh, yeah, good, but I'm not interested in this one.
Weak.
Ooh. Throwing down shade.
One of the kids is attempts to play lily pad jumping, and on the third lily pad splashes into the water, and there's a chorus of laughs. The kids are basically one by one attempting to cross.
So you say weak to me.
Yeah.
I look you up and down and go, wet?
Cool. And eventually you pop out of the water on the other side.
Yes.
The bank crawls upwards, and there are 2 blooming flowers, and then right sort of past them in between is the unblooming one.
Okay, I'm going to perception check just to see if there's anything I notice about, how safe it is to just reach out and grab it or pick it or whatever I've learned.
Challenge level 3.
1.
You don't notice anything dangerous. There's 2 big flowers and then a thing.
Okay, cool. I reach in.
You have to walk in. And they're big.
I walk in.
All right, so you walk closer,
Yep.
and as you walk past the first flower, it shudders and shivers, and then achoo! On you, and poof, Nicholas disappears. Make an acrobatics check.
Is that flu powder?
Challenge level 2.
Okay, acrobatics. Can I do athletics?
No. Acrobatics.
All right.
Acrobatics is feats of
level.
acrobatics.
Challenge level 2.
Challenge level 2.
2.
30 foot in the air, Nicholas appears out of nowhere and at random and manages to grab onto a vine and is hanging above the water by this vine randomly in the grove looking around.
Oh God! How far am I away from the flower thing?
In the middle, you're way back and in the middle and above now, hanging from the roof.
Is the vine something that I could cut in a way that has me swing in the direction I want to go?
You could attempt it.
Destiny roll for sort of direction.
If you want me to... I don't know why you want me to roll. Because here's the... Okay, I'm doing...
So you're saying...
No. This is for the commenters. This is for the commenters. I was going to just let him do it.
And
he said, make a destiny roll. So now when I roll a 1 to 3 and it's terrible, blame him. 17. Fine. Guess what? You can do it.
Yay! Same result as it. Okay, I get it. I'm with
It's
you.
well set up for it to work.
All right.
Because I'm going to drop the challenge level for it, but you're first going to have to sever it.
Yeah. Pull up.
You're going to try and bite it? Strength?
No. Wait. Okay, I pull out my wand, and
what is the point of the sword that they made? If
I don't have it on me.
Oh, okay.
Razarius Maximus.
To razor cut it?
Yeah.
Okay, make a magic check, challenge level 3.
Yeah.
It's
Ooh.
a thick vine.
Okay.
But you'll make progress either way.
3.
Hey!
Yay!
There's a swift cut, and the vine. It's not multiple swishes. Meanwhile, what are you guys doing? It does get cut, but I like to cut back and forth.
Yep.
I'm still just chilling.
Cool. Another student makes it halfway across the pond and woof, woof, and teleports and drops a couple of feet and splashes into the water. There's a bunch of students getting wet and being teleported around by these flowers.
What would you do, Merlin, if you were to go and get this?
Well, if I'd learnt how, I'd apparate, but I think that's a bit advanced for us. Accio flower, poof, and he casts his wand across the way. 3 successes.
3, that's not bad.
The spell takes, but the big flower like pulls on its stem and then pulls back and then just like he lets go of the spell and because it's still connected to the plant and he's like, well, worth a try. You swing.
Yeah. So I'm swinging. And then mid-swing, because I saw it moving, can I say, like, I don't know if it could be perception, but do I see that starting to happen?
Yeah. That's all happening. All in a split second.
So as I slice and start swinging, I say, do it again, Merlin! And I'm swinging towards the flower, and I'm going to cast the same slice spell.
I'm going to get you to make an athletics check challenge level 3 just to stay on this bloody thing.
Okay. Oof.
This is difficult. You're now Tarzan swinging exactly where you want to go on a vine and casting a spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, no! That was a critical fail! That could have been cool.
You're swinging towards, and you're like, do it, Merlin, cast again. He casts again, and at the same time, what was the spell you said, Rosarius?
Yeah.
You're like, Rosarius! And you don't realize because you're inexperienced, but as you cast it, you like pull it back to cast it, but you say the word too early, so you actually cast the spell when it's like the wand is pulled back and just sever the vine you're swinging on. And the whole thing you just go and splash down into the water. There's this almighty crash. And Nicholas is just like in a complete wrap of vines and mess in the middle of the water. And your plan has been thoroughly foiled.
That's amazing.
I pissed myself laughing.
Well, you're next, Liam, says Helga. Everyone else is having a try.
Yeah, go on, Liam.
I don't fancy getting wet, mister. Wet, though, miss.
Ah, I didn't take a Slytherin for a coward. Afraid of a bit of water, are you?
Them's fighting words.
And you see the 3 Hufflepuff students. You're a Hufflepuff, aren't you? The 2 other Hufflepuff students are like, one they've both fallen in and gotten wet, but they're the only ones who've like learnt. They're so like caring and kind. They're just like charms and like dry and there's steamy warmth coming off them. And they've got like these hearth fire charms and stuff. So they're like completely warm and dry and comfortable even when they're getting wet. But no one else is because no one's bothered to learn these like how to warm your clothes by the fire sort of spell.
How long around the lake is it? Like can I walk around?
You can't walk around. It's like a vine cocoon with water in the middle.
If I were to try and freeze the lake, what would my challenge level be?
Very high. 5, I'd say.
Dick move.
If I were to try and freeze a path across the lake.
4.
Still more.
It's still... What I'm doing for you guys as well is I've catered the challenge level to the fact your first years. So, like, as you would level up, the spells would become easier. And there'd be the things that are challenge level 2 for you now, you wouldn't even need to roll for. You'd just be like, done.
Yeah. Go on, Liam.
Go on, Liam. Everyone's watching. Helga gives you a reassuring pat on the back.
Meanwhile,
Go get me flour.
I go over to Merlin. Merlin, maybe if we get some other people, we can all pull the flower over to us. What do you think?
Maybe.
If everyone assists.
I don't think the stem's going to budge. I think we'd need a different spell.
Are there any, like, broad river rocks around me?
We'll say there's a couple.
Something I can stand on that's relatively rigid.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. I picked that
Bit
up.
of slate.
Yep. Locomotor rictus.
I don't know that spell.
It's what they use to make luggage float.
Ah. Okay. And you're going to stand on it and float across? Mm-hmm. So challenge level 3.
3? Fuck me. Can I re-roll that, or does it count?
You can re-roll it. That'll be nice.
That was a fact.
That doesn't work.
Destiny roll. No, the spell sort of starts.
1!
Oh, it's 'cause
yes!
it's the green.
And
be mean.
Liam.
Do it. Be mean.
Yes.
I didn't put it over the water.
Don't you start doing no. You take the one like a champ. Everyone else is taking it.
If I didn't cast the spell, I'm not going to
You
stand
did
up.
cast the spell. The challenge level was to do it and get across.
And you critically failed. What happens, narrator Dave?
The smug prick gets halfway across the lake,
Yes!
and then his thing starts wobbling,
Yeah, it does.
and then you lose control of the spell.
Cool.
And then you fall into the water with a splash, but you're going to try and not do that. Tell me how you
No,
avoid
I'm going to
this thing.
continue swimming across.
Okay, so
How
you
far away
splash into
from
the water?
the end we're trying to get to am I compared to Liam?
You're incapacitated. You're in a mess of vines in the water.
Can I try to climb out? Give me a challenge level to climb out. Come on.
Challenge level 3 athletics.
Okay. Destiny point.
God.
I'm out.
You
that your
clamber
last
out onto
one?
the banks at the same time. I'll make a swim check. Challenge level 1, like I made Jazza make. You're fine. You swim
That's a critical
rapidly
success.
across. You actually beat him. You overtake him as he's clambering out. And you rapidly pull up onto the bank.
Petrificus totalis on the open flowers. It freezes them.
No, I know what it does. You make a casting check, spellcasting. It's a more advanced spell. 3. I'll keep that for the more cooler, bigger effects.
Are you fucking kidding me? 1.
You failed Petrificus
I did.
Totalis. And that's a reroll. Okay. Merlin looks at you and he says, "Can you help me with this?"
Of course.
And he points his wand towards the flowers that you're attempting to Petrificus Totalis, and he says, "Accio flower."
Accio flower.
Make a assisted spellcasting roll.
So challenge level 3 for the assist. Oh, negative 2,
disgusting.
Merlin. Good luck.
And it seems that these flowers are just very resistant to magic. The open flowers seem to, because you're like, why isn't it working? Must be because they're magical beings, magical plant, that it's resistant to magic, because on the open flower, Accio did not work either. And at this time, after you clamber out of the water next to Liam, who's fast becoming your nemesis in school.
Yes.
You're both standing on the bank with 2 flowers between you and the sealed flower ahead of you.
So what was it that the flower did to me when
Sneezed on you.
It sneezed on me.
Hold your breath.
Oh no, it was like a pollen powder that came out. It was like a powder that came out and teleported you.
I look at Liam and I shove him into the flower. I shove him forward.
You will get to react to that thing. Him trying to actually make a perception check.
They use up their...
Challenge level is only 1. Okay, you notice him just. He only got 1. You notice he's going to. He lunges to push you.
Petrificus totalis.
Cool. Make a spellcast. Challenge level 3.
What? Oh, god damn it, Liam. When will you get your
You get-
comeuppance?
That's critical.
What did he... What was it? Oh,
You
me.
get turned to a log and you just collapse on the ground. Liam!
I'm so disproportionately angry at
10
Liam.
points from Slytherin!
He tried to hurt me.
You can't be casting charms and hexes on your other students. That's not very sporting.
Hey, but he's allowed to swing at me.
I didn't see that.
Open your damn eyes.
10 points from Slytherin! Watch your tongue, boy!
That's 100 points.
Can I roll his frozen
I'm on the ground like, no.
If you'd like to.
Yeah, I just kind of shove it with my foot.
Oops. Sorry.
Make a strength check. Challenge level 2. You kick the body.
She'd see that.
She didn't see you hit me.
Oh, she was paying attention now.
Petrificus Totalis, she says, and you turn to stone and collapse like a log. And then she says, Accio Liam, Accio Nicholas, and pulls you both across. And then she counters the charm on you, Nicholas. And then she looks down at you and she says, your conduct is reprehensible, and I will be speaking to Salazar about this evening. To attempt to harm your fellow students in that way is completely unexpected from students of Hogwarts. She says, becoming English, not Welsh, because I forgot.
Yeah, I just look decidedly wounded and shocked. Like, I can't believe he would do this to me.
And you've reset, and you've failed your test.
Liam!
You'll have detention after this, and you'll have to retake a herbology test to make up for it. The both of you behave. And then you two are out of it. So, Wiley, you're the last chance to pass this class for you guys.
I'm still frozen.
Yeah, you are. She's crossed. She's got that like she's so lovely and caring, but now she's just like crossed the line of mum is being stern.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same float across. Mm-hmm. And I'll do that first.
So you try again.
Yeah, try again.
Challenge level 3.
Yep.
Two successes. You fail again.
Go on.
Yeah, I'll use Destiny.
Okay. You use the destiny point,
Yep.
and you float across on the lily pad and arrive on the bank.
It's not gonna move, so I'm gonna. Where can I attempt to cut it?
Merlin follows you with critical success.
Yeah.
Merlin glides across on a lily pad next to you and plots down beside you. What would you attempt to cut
I
it
was
with?
going to offer something. We worked together. And you tried to punch me.
Shove.
The same
I tried to shove.
razor.
Whatever.
Okay. Which is challenge level 3.
Cool.
And it is, what did we say it was? It was a charm, so you're not particularly skilled at it, so you only get 4 dice.
Yes.
You succeed. What do you
Meanwhile,
chop? What do you chop?
The base stem of the flower.
Of the flower? One of the flowers drops to the ground.
Like the unopened.
Oh, the unopened one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
unopened one
Yeah.
and drops to the ground.
And then I'm gonna grab it.
You walk towards it and grab it?
Oh. Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay. Challenge level 2.
Meanwhile, just Wiley knocks it out of the park.
Challenge
Can
level
I
2.
Talk to Merlin first?
Do you want his help?
Oh, I just want his help getting back while I can move it, can't I?
Yeah, you can move it.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna like try it and get it
Do
back.
it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, challenge level 2. You successfully levitate the flower bod. And as it passes past the other flower, achoof! Poof, and it just teleports out of your grip and then appears and starts falling. And I'll set the challenge level. I need to use 2 different...
Come on, Morgana.
And Morgan leaps to attempt to catch it and fails. But there is a more athletic one amongst you. And between 2 lily pads leaps Bray, who jumps and snatches the flower out of the air and lands on the other side with a smile. Helga says, "Excellent job! 20 points to Hufflepuff.
Yes.
Or they're
Good
catching
job,
it.
Brian.
10 for your ingenuity.
Did you take away
and
20?
10 for your excellent catch." And with that, you begin the walk home. She uncharms you, but hopefully at this point you're feeling a little bit like a scolded schoolboy. You're still completely arrogant with this magical witch, powerful witch. Or you finally got the like Draco when he's been told off, like sourpuss going on.
Really tempted to boast. Which I know sounds weird because he just got his shit handed to him. But like, she's a full wizard. and I'm an 11-year-old
This
boy.
guy's going to be a dark sorcerer.
No.
He's going to kill people. I can see it coming.
I'm just like, I'll just be sulking, being like, hey,
I'd love if one of the
she could drop
character arcs
Slytherin.
was like he becomes like this real like
But he tried to hit me. I was
Dark.
defending myself.
push. I tried to shove you. I knew it was harmless. It just made me teleport, so it's just getting you to take that so I could. Anyway,
So, on your way
Harmless.
back,
You got teleported 30 feet in the air.
yeah.
If there hadn't have been a lake beneath you,
Anyway,
so, on your way back, Helga Hufflepuff says, "That was a fun little plant, wasn't it? It's a bit like it's got the flu. I wonder if anyone will be able to work out a use for this." And you head back to Hogwarts. It's a different kind of flu powder. And then, the end of the week. I should go a little addendum. That night, you are forced to write lines. And Slytherin comes into the room. Liam,
hi, Meister Salazar.
I hear you've been behaving reprehensibly.
I was just defending myself. That plod kid, he tried to push me into the flower things.
Make a persuasion roll.
I'm not persuading him, I'm telling the truth.
You are persuading him to
Yeah.
your side of the... You've been antagonising him this whole school year, and they're your teachers. They're not blind. There's only 12 students.
2.
Okay. I'm going to say that's not... He's like, yes, and boys will be boys, they say back in the day. But it is not conduct that represents my fine name. Schoolyard thuggery. I've seen you picking on the other children. And while I don't necessarily agree that all of them should be here, I do feel that crossing the line is when you speak back to dear Helga Hufflepuff, your professor. Have some respect, boy.
Aye, sir. Thanks for listening. Believe in me.
Well, I will say, I heard the full tale. And I do not want to hear that you have disrespected a teacher again, or my recommendation for you may become on shakier grounds. But, and as he says as he turns, excellent charm work on that Petrificus Totalis spell.
Thank you, sir. It's the first time I've tried it.
I do pick them for a reason. And then he walks out. And then at the end of the week, it's Christmas time. But it's not Christmas time, it's Yuletide feasting. Yuletide feast time, because
Winter
Christmas
solstice.
doesn't exist. It's
Winterfest.
winter solstice.
yeah.
And you're able to go home from your boarding school. So, Wiley, you head home. You're taken home.
Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. How you doing?
Oh, how have you been, Wiley? Where? And you notice there's like rafters are a little bit looser. The house is a little bit dodgier. It's
Yeah.
very cold. We've been having poor sales since you left, boy. Hasn't been too good, I must say.
Yes.
The muggles are starting to, cotton on to a few things, and we've been run out of one or two towns.
Not good to hear.
How have you been, though, boy?
Oh, very good. Yes. I've been learning more about potions. I can maybe show you some more.
Have you been tomatoed at all while you've been there?
Tomatoed?
Yes, pilloried.
Well-
Your mother's been pilloried once or twice since you've been gone.
Well, you know, occasionally, but not often.
Well, good to see they're keeping you with a strong back there.
Yes.
Now show me these potions.
I go
I'm
and...
going to get you to make a potion mastery check. And his proficiency with the skill is going to be set by this destiny dice.
He's very
decent.
good.
So
is
I'm going to say
19.
that's a 4. I'm going to go multiple, divide it. So that's a 4. So you need to get 4 or more successes to teach him something new.
I'm gonna
Three's
use
good
the
though.
destiny.
Hey!
I have to prove to my parents.
And with the teachings, some of Slytherin's potion mastery wears off, and you actually teach them a trick or two that will improve the quality of their wares, and over the coming semester, hopefully improve the living conditions for your family through your learnings at Hogwarts.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Liam's had a bit of talk.
Liam.
We'll go back to Nicholas.
Liam doesn't shut up.
Nicholas, what do you... all the other students
do I
leave,
do?
and you're standing there on the grounds.
I go up to Rowena. Mm-hmm. Say, ma'am, I don't think going home is a good idea, but I would like to speak to my parents, let them know I'm all right. But do you think I might maybe be able to stay here during the break?
You want to go home to your parents?
Well, just to say hi and good luck, and
You ain't worried they're going to drown you?
they're
In
still,
a barrel they might.
still my parents. They didn't attack me, it was everyone else.
Well, there's a problem there, see. If I take you back and I'm forced to protect you, what'll happen to your parents?
You know how you sort of, you took me and appeared me somewhere else? If you could do that, if we could check that there's no one there, and I could just pop in briefly and say, don't freak out, magic's real, and I'm all right, and I love you, and...
We cannot tell them that. Magic's a secret. If they find us, they'll kill us. Not necessarily your parents, but muggles. They hunt us, boy. Like witches.
So what...
Which is appropriate. Given
Well,
that we're witches. Which is appropriate.
Hey, when I got here, you said it was all handled. Do you mind telling me what you mean? What do they think I am? Where I am?
Well, they probably think you ran off, eh? And that's all, they just never found you. I didn't do anything. Muggles make their own stories up. They'll probably say it's some kind of god or something that did it.
I tell you what, I know it's a big favour, but you see, Merlin's been teaching me how to write, and I know my family can't read, but maybe they can get someone to help read it. And if I could send back a short letter, not saying much though, and maybe just with a gift of something, like here I am contributing still just a little bit, like a...
I can do that, but no word of magic.
Aye.
Cool.
write
And
a
you write the
sentimental-
letter. Make
Dear-
a intelligence challenge level for you. Challenge level 3.
Really?
Yep. That's to do it perfectly. And then
Okay.
if you score less, you'll do it. But 2 successes. So it's chicken scrolly but legible.
Few backwards R's,
and
but
it's legible, and you do a decent.
Yeah.
No, but not even to that level, because
Yeah.
one success would have been success would have been it's just crap.
Yeah.
1 would have been baby writing. 2 is like just scratchy and bad, but still readable. And you write the letter. And
Dear
Rowena,
Ma, dear Pa, I'm travelling around. Don't worry about me. That thing that them people were upset about is nothing to worry about, and I'm fine and totally normal in every way, mostly.
except I
Here's
can
a
write
gift to just show as a token of still contributing, and I hope everything's looked after well at the farm.
Now. And what's the gift?
I was gonna, like, extra efficient pair of shears or something, like something like.
Okay, cool.
I don't know, yeah.
Just something
I know will be
something-
practical that they
Rowena
can't
makes
afford.
one for you. She
Yeah.
crafts one out of magic. She fabricates this extra sharp pair of shears that are very fantastical. They look normal, but they're very, very special. They remain sharp. They're actually enchanted to never go blunt.
Love it.
But the Muggles will never know. They'll just think they're the best pair of shears.
Yeah.
And she calls an owl to take the message. And then she says, well, you might charge, I guess, but Helga's probably got a space for you to stay. I've got things to do.
I won't get in the way, don't worry, ma'am.
And you spend Christmas at Hogwarts with Helga Hufflepuff, tending to the grounds and basically spending some motherly time with her and helping her around the fields with things that you're used to as she continues to magically enchant and shape the lands around Hogwarts, which is still new and wild. And yeah, that's where you spend your Christmas break.
Love it.
And Liam,
Aye,
you go back to Isle of Scotland.
I do.
The Isle of Scotland.
Isle of Scotland. Aye, I do.
And you see your father.
Aye, Pa. I cannot talk. I gotta get to work. I'm gonna study real hard over the Christmas break and help around with the family. But when I get back to school, I'm gonna be a damn sight better than that plod. And I spend my entire holiday period doggedly working and studying.
Okay. Make a destiny roll.
15.
Cool. You do it well. And that study affords you an edge in the form of a destiny point that you can expend in the next episode.
Love that.
Love it.
And with that, is that part 2?
I think that's part 2.
Are we now turning this into a
This is a
three-parter?
three-parter. I think it feels right.
We didn't
Feels
want
right.
to. We kept going, and we didn't want to stop.
I know. It's too fun, and I'm sure everyone's enjoyed it along with us.
Hopefully,
We've built characters. There's an antagonist. There's some cool relationships happening with the teachers and amongst the students. But I'm sure there's
I feel like if the story continued through multiple years, Liam would have to reconcile his differences with Nicholas and Wiley.
Yeah.
Maybe Morgan will have to set herself apart as someone truly evil, and he suddenly goes, "Oh, maybe I don't want to go that far."
Yeah. I certainly that's the cool thing about this concept is there's actually a lot of room for development and growth.
Can we actually have the Malfoy that has some kind of redemption rather than just he is
becoming
an
a
asshole?
pitiful sort of like
He's driven.
too wimpy to be actually evil but still not likable? Yeah.
Maybe this plot can show you he's worth something after all.
Well, I was legitimately going to give him an opportunity to. I'm not even.
I like that didn't work though.
it's
I
such
think
a
it's such a
schoolyard
great
thing.
it's such a great
thing
like
that would happen.
11-year-old enemies.
I'm so glad
dynamic.
that, and it felt, look, if any time I can be like, okay, no, and you're in trouble, and boom, it's when you're 11 and there's literally a witch who's watching you, and you just picture the McGonagall moment of just like, boys.
Oh, I love it so much. This was awesome fun.
Hey, do we have to do the whole patron scroll
We do.
thing?
We
We're
do.
going to say some names this time.
We're going to say some names. Verbal shout-outs to our beautiful patrons. Professor X1718, thank you for being a God King. Top-tier supporter of both patrons.
You are awesome, Yell Hair Triss, and thank you for watching, everyone, and enjoy the video.
Oh, it's a tweet. It's different.
It changes every time.
That's great.
Who's next, Jeremy?
The Dark Fox.
And Rob, what's this one?
Thank you for following @NarratorDave on Twitter. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you very much.
Lena Witzner, thank you so much. Kyrian
Kiranon. And
AJ.
Karen
Macy.
Wen. Karen Wen.
Karen Wen, AJ Mason.
Karen Wen.
You guys are amazing.
Oh, I've been told by Karen Wen that we butcher it every time.
Do we?
Yeah.
Maybe that can be the next gag. Is like
Karen
we
Karen
butcher it
Wen.
more every time. It's
think-
like our ending.
I think
like
it's
our outros
Welsh.
and intros.
I
Karen
think it's
Ween.
Welsh. Karen
Well,
Wen.
Karen Ween.
Karen Wen.
He's got the inflection.
Karen Wen.
Next
So,
episode.
in the next episode of Welsh, Irish, Scottish accent for all characters.
I made this in a forest.
I'm really excited for the strong critiquing of our accents.
Oh, get over it! Have some fun. Lighten up, internet
amazing.
people.
And I love the idea. That over 7 years that sword will become this incredible magical artifact.
I love the idea that Godric Gryffindor's current sword is just a regular sword, and that ends up being Godric's famed sword. Is the sword
How
that
cool would that be? Stick in a forest.
Yeah.
Let's put it in a sorting hat.
Love it.
It just needs some jewels and a bit of zhuzhing up to be much smaller. Godric's sword is pretty. It's like, it's a sword. It's not gross. It's all right. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. And until next time...
Accio likes.
Accio subscriptions!
And what are the other ones?
Do Patreon.
Accio Patrona.
You just
Accio
pull someone's Patronus away
Positive
from them.
algorithm vibes.
Love it.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.